So for today's Leadership Minute, we want to talk about practicing persistence and sticking with things. As context for this mini lecture, I want to ask you a question. What area do you feel stuck in? Is it a health goal? Is it a career goal? Is it a personal finance goal? Is it with your school? Where do you feel stuck? And here's two quotes to start out with. Ross Perot, former U.S. presidential candidate, says most people give up just when they're about to achieve success. They quit on the 1 yard line. They give up at the last minute of the game, 1 foot from a winning touchdown. And so we don't want to do this. We want to have the persistence that if success is just around the corner, we're going to keep going so that we're able to find that in the pursuit of our goal here. So it's not always going to be easy, right? And I get some inspiration from a story about Terry Fox. So Terry Fox in 1980 started the Marathon of Hope, where he said he was going to run across Canada. That's a very challenging goal, but the thing about Terry Fox is he had one of his legs removed from cancer. So on an artificial leg, he ran an average of 24 miles a day, almost a full marathon every day with an artificial leg. He ran 143 days, covered 3,339 miles from St. John's in Newfoundland to Thunder Bay, Ontario, where he finally had to quit because the cancer had spread to the rest of his body. But he ended up raising, through the Terry Fox Foundation, even after he passed away, $340 million for cancer research. And they asked him, how did you keep going? And he said, I just focused on the next telephone pole, just ran to the next telephone pole. So think about your goal and your persistence and breaking it down into smaller bite-sized chunks so that you can just keep going to the next step. Admiral Robert Peary, here's a few other stories from history. Robert Peary reached the North Pole on his 8th try. He failed 7 times before he did that. It took NASA, in his first 28 attempts to send rockets to space, they had 20 failures. Oscar Hammerstein had 5 flop shows that lasted less than a total of 6 weeks before Oklahoma ran for 269 weeks as a theatrical production, grossed $7 billion. So don't give up. Hang in there, stay in there, and practice that persistence. So that's today's Leadership Minute. Thank you for your time. And look out for the CardinOLL podcast with myself and Dr. Owens coming up later this week on Friday.